All right, today I'm going to run you through how to create a profitable SLO, which stands for self-liquidating offer. If you're not aware what this is, basically a self-liquidating offer means that you can put a dollar into promoting this thing and you'll get at least $1 back. That dollar then can go back into promoting it, and you end up with growth of leads coming onto your list without actually having to spend any money to attract them. You can turn on the tap by basically putting more money in to attract more leads, and you're not spending money because you're getting it back really quick, fast. So that's what we're going to run through today. We're going to look, first of all, at the mistakes people make when they do a self-liquidating offer and what you can do to create a profitable one, because I've done a ton of these over the years and I've made pretty much every mistake you can make. So I'm going to warn you off the mistakes that I made. So the first one, the mistake, and this is probably the most important, is you have a ton of knowledge, right? This is all of your collective knowledge, your experience, and what it is that you've managed to understand and figure out through your work as coach, consultant, info product creator, service provider, whatever. Creating a product on all of this is too much. Let's pick a generic thing. I used to be a copywriter. Let's just put this as copywriting. All of this is all of the knowledge that I may have, or you may have, created around this, collected around copywriting. And so that would be everything from how to write blog posts. And even then within blog posts, you're looking at sort of basic 101 intros to topics. You're looking at how-tos. You're looking at comparisons, all of this kind of stuff. And then at the same time, I was doing a lot of copy work in terms of sales pages, emails, ads. I was also doing all kinds of other work in terms of different kinds of copy in the systems behind it. You're looking at funnels. You're looking at models behind things. And then, of course, if you're doing anything well on these things, the economics of it also. How does it all work? This is a lot of knowledge, right? You can't really create a self-liquidating offer around all of this because then it becomes very difficult to target. Nobody's going to sleep at night is getting a lack of sleep because they're going, I wish I understood all of the things about copywriting. They are going to sleep with is like our comparison pages are really not driving the conversion rates that they should be. We get enough traffic to it, but those comparison pages, they're getting a below average conversion rate. So how on earth do we improve this? Or they're going like, we've got our sales page, but the conversion rate's really low. How do we actually close more sales from that sales page? Or we're not driving enough traffic through the ads. The ads are getting a terrible click-through rate. There's very specific things. And so what you have to do when you're looking at creating a self-liquidating offer, minimize, all right? Pick out one very small area, an element and system and solution that you can provide to your audience and focus on that. What this will allow you to do is create a more streamlined model on the back of that, because it's the model that grows the business. It's not, obviously the offer is needed, but you need a model bit there as well. You can create a really streamlined model here where, let's just say ads or whatever a track mechanism you're using, runs through to a sales page, runs through to a follow-up, right? And all of this is targeted around this kind of thing. And then if you start doing your own promos to your email list and all this, everything is focused. It makes it much, much easier to sell things this way because you have to get very specific. And that means that you can make all of the language, all of the benefits, all of the problems that you're solving very focused. And that's what resonates with people. So really, when you're looking at creating some sort of self-liquidating offer, don't do the whole big thing. Do it very small, very specific around one small problem. You can still sell somebody on all of this knowledge that you have, but that's what comes later. That's your high ticket stuff on the back end. Like, I'll do your entire sales sequence and funnel over here for you. But at first we're going to be like, what is the small specific problem that is causing them to lose sleep and not get the results that they want? How on earth can you grow that in their mind, solve that problem for them to help them get better results? How can you do that? So that's essentially what your self-liquidating offer needs to be. A small problem solved. And here's the other key bit, quickly. You're going to be selling this for a low price, anything from $1 to $100. We've got a whole course on this I put together called the $1 Product Challenge. And in there I explain how the $1 product idea, $1 itself is elastic, because going after the CEO of a multi-billion-dollar corporation, $1, he might think that's a scam. So it's elastic, but it's basically where there's zero friction for spending that money. But the way that you actually get them to do this is two ways, right? So it needs to be quickly. It needs to be an easy install in their business. I see a lot of self-liquidating offers that people attempt, and basically what they try and do is they try and give away too much. And again, it comes back to this, right? It's about minimizing things. They give away too much. If you give me, I'm going to give you 1,000 ChatGPT prompts that you can use to improve your sales page copy. You're going to give me those 1,000 prompts, and I'm going to think, where the fuck do I start? There's so much information here. You've actually created more work for me. For me to sift through 1,000 prompts, find the ones that are relevant, then use them, then edit the output. It's quicker for me to just write the damn thing myself. So when you're creating this SLO, it's about easy install. What can they take today and use tomorrow? I'm going to give you this thing today, and you're going to go and implement this tomorrow, copy paste it in. You're going to do these 5 quick actions that will improve whatever. The easiest install in their business as possible. You've got to make it idiot proof. You've got to make it so that it is so simple. They could have their VA, who is a fresh hire, who has no industry experience, that they could implement it in their business. The easy install and quick, that's what they need to be getting. Because if it's too much work, they're not actually going to use it. Okay? And I'll talk about why that's important. You actually need them to use the $1 product or the self-liquidating offer on the front end. You actually need them to actually use it and get results because it helps you on the back end. But when you're building this, the reason that we minimize it right down here is so that it's quick and easy to use for them so that they can get results. Okay? Don't go too big. Go very targeted. Small problem, quick solution. That's what we're after. In terms of the pricing, you want to offer $100 of value for $7 kind of thing. And again, it's all elastic. But you're looking at a big difference in terms of the value that they're going to get and what they're going to pay you. They should be coming out of this way ahead. If you were to balance those scales, they're the ones who are getting all of the value out of this. They are robbing you essentially, but you're getting payment for it. Okay, so you're not actually losing out, but that's what you want to be doing. You want to be making sure they get 10 times the amount of value that they're paying. That means then that friction that they have there, they're like, yeah, no, but this could make me $1,000 by the end of the month. And it's like, they're only charging me $50 for this damn thing. Like, how could I say no? It's worth a chance, right? Can't say no to that kind of value exchange. So that's the kind of the foundational elements of it, right? With an SLO, very small problem that you're going to solve very quickly. The value exchange has to be heavily favored for the user. Now, when you're looking at this, you might think, hold on, $7. Ooh, $7. I'm not really going to make any money off this. That's where the whole system comes in. So you'll have seen these before. You have, let's tidy this up. There we go. You have essentially this as a system. And this is the one that I use for the $1 product challenge. $27, $47 bump offer, $97 upsell, $99 a month continuity offer. I know that if I just sell it for $27, I'm not really going to make any money. And I might actually have to spend more than $27 to get a customer. That means that it's not self-liquidating. I'm just paying. I might as well just pay for subscribers any other way. So what these additive things do, 27, 47, 97, 99, is it increases the potential order value. Let's just round this up and go 100, 250, 280. So let's just say we'll knock a bit off. So $270 is the potential order value. In actual fact, this system that I'm running has an average order value of $70, which means I can spend up to $70 to acquire one customer. I actually end up spending about $25. So at the minute, I'm doing all right in terms of the exchange there. But with a self-liquidating offer, a lot of people just leave it as this front-end fee here. It's not enough, especially with the way that ad platforms and everything are going. It's becoming more and more expensive to acquire customers. So you need to play around with the economics of this to cover those costs. Okay? And these bump offers and the upsells, that's basically you covering your costs so that you can continue to reinvest in those ads to reach more people, to acquire more customers. And you might be thinking, what's the point then of this self-liquidating offer if all I'm doing is paying $1 and getting $1 back? You don't make the money here. You might make a little bit. You make the money off the high end, the high ticket stuff on the back end. So really, that's what you're doing. But again, people get this bit wrong. So the self-liquidating offer itself, like I said earlier, you need it to be quickly implemented because you want them to actually use it and consume it, because you've seen me talk about yes ladders before. This is the free tier. This is the high ticket offer up here. It's too big of a jump to do this, right? You need to build up that trust. And so you get these small yeses along the way. So, it's your front end, your bump, your upsell, all of this stuff. But the trust won't build with these unless they use them. They'll only use them if they're easy to use. The reason that you make it easy to use and easy for them to install in their business to get a result is because you need them to consume the actual product. If they don't consume the product, they won't remember you. They won't then trust you when you hit them with the high ticket offer on the back end. So essentially, you need to really make sure that the SLO itself is not only massive value exchange in favor of them, but also make sure that it's easy to use for them to get a result. And they want to be seeing at least a break-even result from what you've given them in terms of time saved, money made, general health and well-being and feelings and all of this shit. But they want to be feeling that as soon as possible, because that's when they start to trust you. And then when you hit them with the $2,000, $5,000, $10,000 program on the end of that they're like, yeah, I trust you because I paid you $20 and I got $1,000 back. So God knows how much I'm going to make if I can pay you $1,000. That's really the base of SLOs that most people get wrong. So if we had to sum this up real quick, your SLO should be focused and targeted. We're looking at a small problem that's very painful. That's what you're looking to solve. Easy to use solution. The faster and easier it is to use, the better. Heavily favored for customer in terms of the value exchange, right? They need to be getting way more value than you are out of this. When you start running ads, cover costs with upsells and bumps so that you can more confidently invest into the ad. And then it's just about tweaking. I'll tell you, one of my front end funnels, it was doing $27, $47 bump, or $197 and then a $99. The average order value was about $50. I removed $100 from the upsell. So then it went 27, 47, 97. The average order value increased to 70. It's not always about charging more money. It's about tweaking and playing around with this to figure out what's going to get people to buy more. And generally what I see is the more people buy here, the easier it is to get them to the high ticket stuff on the back end. That's a real crash course on SLOs, right? It is about focused problems, easy to implement solutions, playing around with the economics so that you actually get positive return from this and so that you can more confidently invest in scaling it, and then effectively upselling other items on the back end to those people who bought. Depending on when you're watching this, at the November, we are running SO month in the Growth Models Plus community, where basically we're going to spend the whole month helping you set up your SLO, your self-liquidating offer on the front end, so that then you can start running ads, scaling, reaching more people, making daily sales, because that's what this is all about. Making daily sales, because there's a big morale boost every time you hear that Stripe notification go ping. If you are watching this after November 2024, the information in this is still good. SLOs haven't really changed all that much in a long time, so still think about this in the same sort of way, implement that. And if you do want help, you can still join Growth Models Plus. Everything that will be in SLO month will be recorded and stored in there, so you can still get access to it, but we won't be doing it as a live cohort, but you can always just ask for help and stuff in the Growth Models Plus community. So all you have to do, check below or around this video, but essentially it's at growthmodels.co/community for information. Any other questions, you can drop them in the comments for this video and I'll get back to you. But that is how you set up an effective self-liquidating offer for your business. Small problem, quick to implement solution, make it very easy to implement as well. Heavily focused on the value exchange for the customer in their favor. They want to pay you $7 and get $100 worth of value. You're looking at least a 2-to-1 return in terms of that value exchange. So then it's a no-brainer for them. If I said, give me $1, I'll give you back 2, of course you're going to say yes. Cover the costs of acquisition with upsells and bump offers. And then you tweak and play around with the different offers, the pricing and the acquisition side of things just to get the right metrics so that you can increase the average order value and be able to scale more comfortably. Like I said, any questions, drop them in the comments. In the meantime, best of luck setting up your SLO, self-liquidating offer. If you want help, go to growthmodels.co/community. I'll see you in there.